I'm filming.
I know.
This is part 2 to the 120cc scooter build. This is my niece, Skylar.
Hi.
She wants to help. I guess she's gonna watch because I don't have gloves that fit her, but we gotta open that intake piece up. We gotta clean up this intake piece. And we gotta put this in the lathe to open it up a little bit more. She wants to watch how it's done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to it. Alright guys, we got the bell mouth all ported out and it's on there now. It's a really nice clean fit. Intake's all ported out. So that's done. Now we just got that skirt of the head there. We just need to trim the sides. So we'll get that trimmed up and then we could probably put the bearings in the crank in. We're getting there. Go. That's looking pretty good. Nice clean airway for all the fuel and air to go. I got the bearings in the crank sitting on some dry ice to get them all nice and cold. Then we'll heat up the case with a torch and then the bearings will just plop right in. Should plop right in. Let's give it a shot. So out of curiosity, I just took the bearing out of the dry ice and I didn't even heat this up. I just wanted to see if it would fall in and it fell right in. So I don't know if that's a good thing. Because usually you have to heat the case up and cool the bearings down, but the bearings have been on dry ice for about 2 hours. So we're gonna try the same with this without even any heat and we'll see if it works.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Come here, little guy. See if she drops in. Oh, this one's a little tighter. All right, it took a few taps, but it went in without any heat. I'm kind of concerned that this one is still, oh shit, there it is. This one is still loose, but it is still freezing cold. We'll see what it's like when it gets to room temperature. Bearings are in. Now we just gotta put the crank in. All right, let's grab the crank and see if we can get it in there. Just slides right in.
Nice.
Like nothing. She's a little frozen. Holy crap. All right, I just took it out. I'm gonna go put it back in the dry ice with the bearing on there because I didn't plan this out. I should have got the other piece ready with the gasket on there and everything. So I'm just gonna set this back on there. All right, I got my high temp gasket on there. Let's drop the crank in. Hopefully it just slides right in.
Why aren't you going in?
A little more heat never hurt nobody. I don't like giving bearings too much heat, but oh well, should be okay. I think I have some bad news. So when the crank goes down, it clears that side. When it comes back up, pretty sure this connecting rod is gonna hit on the case.
What the fuck?
So that's sweet. Pull it apart, I guess. All right, let's try this one more time. Hopefully we'll get it this time. Here goes nothing. Ooh! Ooh, it clears. Thumbs up. All right, so I'm gonna dry fit my piston on without the piston rings just to see how much movement we have and make sure all our clearances are right. All right, so arrow towards the exhaust port. Really can't see anything here. There we go. So we got a problem right away. See, there's your top, and then as it goes down, boom, bottom's out. It won't even spin around. So that means we gotta trim the bottom of our piston. Perfect. I love modding brand new stuff. You know what I'm saying? Actually, we could probably put the piston in the lathe and take a little bit off. There we go. We got full range of travel. Perfect. Let's throw this head on and see how much travel we got into the head. Building things like this reminds me of like buying a body kit for a car. There's always little things you need to trim or adjust to make it work. So one thing you want to look for, so at its tallest stroke, it looks perfect. It's not sticking out too far. And then at the bottom stroke, you want to make sure the piston isn't underneath. This is your exhaust port, and it looks perfect, and it's just buttery smooth. It also doesn't have piston rings on it yet or anything. Damn, look at that! Sheesh. So I'll take this off, I'll put the gasket on, the head gasket there, and then we'll test squish without the rings on or anything yet. So one way you can test squish, you just tape a piece of solder to the top of the piston that goes from edge to edge, and then you'll put the top of the head on, put a couple bolts on, or put a couple nuts on the head, and then you just do one rotation of the crank, and then you'd measure with some calipers the squish on the edges of the solder. Now I'm looking for 0.7 to 0.9 millimeters. So let's see what we get. Well, that doesn't sound good. It sounds like it's actually hitting the top of the head. Damn. This bitch has got a lot of stroke, I tell you.
That's what she said.
Actually might be because I don't have my top gasket on. So let's try that. Because this does have thickness, obviously. So now it doesn't touch, but I don't even think the solder hits it, to be honest. That might have been just the solder hitting it, honestly. So with this top gasket on, didn't even touch the solder. So I wonder if we have to go to a thinner gasket, because this is the thicker one. Try that, see what it does. Okay, try that. There, I can hear it hit there. Now let's see what our squish is. I'm reading 1.08. That's the thinnest gasket I can run. So maybe I just didn't have it tightened down good enough. I think I'm just gonna run with that, with this really thin gasket, see how it goes. All right, I'll throw my piston rings on, throw the head on with this gasket. We'll give it a shot. All right, we got the head on. I got my seal in there. I just pushed it in. And then I got the seal on this side. Kind of see it there. It turns over nice. We could throw the intake on. Actually, before we do anything else, we're gonna put in the engine mounts in the bottom. This top one's already in. So I have a special tool that'll pull those in. All right, let's put the engine mounts in. All right, let's put the intake on. Normally, I usually go over with gasket maker and everything, but I'm just gonna put just the gaskets on and everything, just like normal. We're gonna pressure test it anyway, and we'll see if there's any leaks or not. If there is, I'll take it off and I'll put gasket maker on there. All right, there we go. We're almost there. Time to install the stator. That doesn't seem right.
Wait a minute, something ain't right.
This one, it doesn't go deep enough. These parts hit against the back of the case. And if I go onto the stock one, we got lots of room down there. In the billet block, it hits all this. Doesn't fit just like stock, I'll tell you that. Okay, I got the stock one on. Underneath these bolts that hold this stator on, I just put 2 washers under each bolt. We're gonna see if it works. Once you bolt this pickup on, there isn't enough room for this rubber grommet. All right, you guys, so we got the head on, the piston, the crank in, intake on, carb is just sitting on, it's not clamped on or anything. The kicker and all that stuff, it's just rough on there so I could actually kick the engine over, move it around. But first problem with this block, there's washers underneath these bolts to kind of bring this out a bit, but it's still not how it's supposed to be. I actually ordered a whole different ignition, so it comes with the magneto, everything. It comes with all the wiring, everything. So how I showed you when I would rotate that, how do I just lose it, man? What the heck? Right here. When this spins around, this, I'm assuming that's a magnet or whatever that is, a counterweight, magnet, whatever, it will hit on that. So I had to cut the case out to move this back more. So this will actually rotate. It was really, really hard to rotate. And if you look here, it's actually rubbing against the case. The aftermarket one, it's got a spacer underneath here that kind of holds the wires too. So it brings all this out, and this is actually a little bit smaller, and it comes with a different pickup and all the wiring and everything. So, and I ordered new rear gears. I think I got 1839. I got 1839 gears. So apparently that's a good one to go with. So I ordered it. So the new ignition is on its way, the gears are on its way. Pretty much what I'm waiting for right now. But so far, it's good. Little bit of trimming here and there. Guess is normal, I don't know. Turns over nice. Oh, no way, dude.
I heard that. I wish I didn't hear that, but I just heard that.
Oh no. Oh my god dang router bits, my guy. Son of a bitch. Oh man, that is not cool, dude. I love it. I'm having so much fun right now. Having so much fun. I just want to scream, man. It's going a little better than I thought. Okay, I thought this was going to be like a pain in the you know what, and it is kinda. This damn thing better run. Actually, when we do the pressure test, it better hold 6 psi's. Better hold 6 psi's, because I'm gonna be psst if it doesn't. We gotta wait for that now. So when you see me next, we're gonna have new parts. Probably not for a couple freaking weeks. While we wait for the electrical side of things, we may as well pressure test this to see if we have any leaks. So I have a block off plate on the exhaust port, and then I just made this little pressure testing kit thing. We'll see if we got any leaks. So you want to pressurize the system till about 6 psi and let it sit at 6 psi for about half an hour. So here goes nothing. Oh my god. We got a big leak. We got a big leak. It's not holding anything. I hear it back here. What the hell, man? What the fuck? No way.
Oh, what the hell, man? God damn, dude.
So this is kind of what I was worried about. So between the head and the case, we just have that little paper gasket. I should have put gasket maker in there, but I wasn't sure. I wanted to see if just this paper would seal to the case, but clearly not, because it's leaking air right there. So I guess we'll pull this head off, gasket it up, let her dry, and try this all over again. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a nice thin layer on here, and then I'll put this gasket on, and then I'll put another really small layer. Only one way to find out. All right, let's try it again. Let's get her tightened on so she's sealed. Hopefully we'll have better luck this time. Because goddamn, man. I think that's good. Oh, we got some squish. Oh, all the way around. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Do I have that on right? That doesn't look right, does it? Oh, dude. I got this the top head thing. I got it on all freaking backwards, my guy.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
Oh, idiot, dude. Did I say I knew what I was doing? No, I did not. Am I a professional? No. Do I claim to be a professional? Abso-freaking-lutely. Well, that looks better. There's no overhang over here now. Freaking idiot. Freaking idiot. Cody, you freaking idiot. Okay, that's enough. That's good. Ooh, we got it all gooped up, brother. Get it in there. Oh, bingo, baby. Oh, yeah. Let's cross it right off the bat, hey? Sir, can I get some hair around the hole? I can't find it. Oh, you got some mung on your thing. Damn, dude, brother, where's that hole? It's here somewhere. I'm gonna lose my mind. One guy commented on my last video and said, building a billet block will really test your patience. Well, I'll tell you what, brother. Brother. You're not wrong at all. All right, we got everything gasketed up. Gasketed? English is hard, man. Now we just gotta wait 6 to 12 hours. And then we'll try pumping a whole 6 size to it. See if it'll hold any pressure. And if it doesn't, yeet this thing. You checking out my overalls? Oh, yeah. We're here to fuck shit up. Get these at your local PV Mart. They're going out of business. Got them for like 80 bucks. Just need some straw hanging out my mouth. What is that? That looks like a gosh dang cannon, brother. It's a water cannon, actually. While we let this dry, I'll give you a quick little look-see at what I made. It's pretty sick. I'll make this quick. So a guy I work with, he hauls water on the side. He wanted some kind of water cannon kind of thing like this for filling swimming pools. So got a cam lock fitting here that I welded on. You hook his hose up to there and then it shoots water into the pool. And if you loosen this, you can turn it any way you want and you just lock her in just like that. And then if you loosen this one, you can change the pitch of your flow. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me, Flo?
Made this thing from complete scratch, the whole thing. When you're folding it up, you just loosen that. This tucks down, tighten that, and then you pull these pins out, legs fold in, pin them shut. He wanted them adjustable, so there's multiple spots. So right now it's sitting at 4 feet, so it can go from 4 feet all the way to 6 feet. And then I got a little hole in the foot, and then I 3D printed some little holders that I riveted on. So these little tent pegs, you can pull these out. Don't mind that frickin' dirt pile. You can hammer these into the ground just to reinforce it so it doesn't move. Pretty sick, man. Are we ready to try this again? I gave it about 4 hours, so I'm just getting impatient here. What's leaking now? Look at this.
What the fuck?
It's leaking air everywhere. What the hell? This is a perfect example why you always do a leak down test. This thing is just right out of the box. Alright, are you guys ready for the third and final try? Hopefully it's the last one. What I did this time around, these little paper gaskets where it was leaking air out of, I just took out all the gaskets, said screw it, and I just got gray RTV sealant, and then on every bolt it got thread sealant, so sealed those up. Now if you notice, so I got this little bung that I put in here. I just used like aluminum JB weld, and it's like rock solid. I was gonna try to weld it in there. This is so thin and tiny, I'm pretty sure even if my TIG welder was on the lowest setting, it would just destroy it. Now that is for the fuel pump. So that little hose will go to that little nipple on there. And how it works is it takes the pulses from the engine. So it's a suck and blow kind of deal. Back and forth really fast. That actually moves a little diaphragm in here that pushes fuel through to the carb. So normally it was right here, but I put it in here, so I didn't want to put a hole in here. And it needs to be after the reeds. The reeds are here. It needs to be here, because if I put it in here, it'll only be sucking. It won't be blowing. You need both. You need kind of like a pulse effect. And then I actually roughed up the surface of the aluminum, so it's like bare aluminum. It's not painted or anything like that. So I've got a better feeling. And I just want to clarify, I have my regulator on my compressor. I have it turned down to like 8 PSI or something, or 10 or something like that. So I'm not chucking 120 PSI at this. All right, everything's tight, I think. Oh, forgot to put my little nipple.
One nipple.
My little bung onto there. Hopefully that doesn't shoot off. I guess we'll find out. Where the frick is it leaking out now? So the problem we're getting now, this boot here, which this is just for the pressure testing thing. So it's just, there's a little O-ring in there and it's clearly not holding. So it's just leaking around there, and it's leaking around where the header gasket is. So, and I don't see any leaks underneath, any around here. I could RTV the exhaust gasket and this just for pressure testing sake, just to make sure everything else holds. And then I'll just have to scrape the RTV off, but at least we'll know. Maybe I'll slap some goop on there real quick. Here we go. I hope this is the final test. I sealed up the exhaust side, sealed up this flange piece. Oh my God, this better hold some air. Because I swear to God. Swear to God, man. Oh. Oh, it's holding! It's holding something! Okay, let's put a little more in there. Oh, that's over 6. Oh, why is it leaking slowly? Oh. Okay, it's leaking a little bit. I can find where. It's literally leaking. I bet you these are the only nuts that I didn't put that thread sealant on. That's stupid. I guess I'll just take those off, put thread sealant on it. But damn, she's holding a little bit. Would you look at that? I sealed those nuts.
These nuts. Got him!
And she's holding. Let it sit for 10 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes. But I think we're finally good. Only took like 4 or 5 freaking times, man. God. Lots of guys say it's crucial. If you don't pass a leak down test, you ain't gonna tune it. It's not gonna run properly. And I want as little problems as I possibly can. So what did I learn from this? Any little connection, put RTV gasket on it. Besides where the head meets the case, you need high temp stuff. What a freaking pain that was. I did not like that at all.
We're not dropping any size.
No size. All right, the new TWH stator and magneto and everything came in the mail. Look at the size difference. This one should definitely work. And then even this, look at this. Look at the size difference. This is the stock one. So hopefully, we'll have better luck with this. And then I got my gears. They came in the mail too. And they even sent me a billet aluminum throttle assembly. They sent this as a gift. It matches the block. That's sick. All right, let's get all these parts on. It'll be super easy. We got about 95% of this thing assembled. The only thing left is the transmission side and the gears. It was kind of a headache, to be honest. It was kind of a headache. Assembled it all, I think it was 4 or 5 times pressure testing it, but it finally holds 6 PSI. I left it on there for a half an hour and it didn't move, so it's good. I'm calling it good. And another thing, I wasn't happy with the number I got for squish. It's like 1.08 millimeters. And so I redid squish again and I properly torqued the head bolts and everything, and I got 0.8. So I needed between 0.7 and 0.9. So right in the middle. So we should be good. Only thing left is to give it a test fire. See if it blows up or see if it just works. But that'll be in the next video. This video is already getting pretty long. So in the next video, we'll definitely get it running. We'll put the gears in because I have all the gears already. The transmission side of things, and we'll get the covers on. We'll get the plastic shroud on. We got to hydro dip that plastic shroud, but I feel like with this big head, we're gonna have to modify that plastic shroud quite a bit. So that'll be in the next video. We'll actually get this back in the scooter. If you guys enjoy these videos or find them useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. But if it ain't upgraded, you gotta upgrade it. You guys have a good night.